Okay, today, 6/17/2016, Friday, and I have literally a pretty good-sized plethora of things to go over. Like I said in the last video, a couple private videos ago, everything's moving so fast and there's so many things going on that I just have to now deal with bullet points, give you guys the explanation, tell you what's going on behind the scenes, get on the next topic, or else there's no way I could even come close to covering a lot of the material that's out there. So let's get started. Okay, a Bitcoin competitor. I guess this Ethereum coin, I guess some hackers stole 60 million or something coins or dollars or something like that. Again, Illuminati, government, covert ops. It's the same thing that happened to Mt. Gox. I reported on that originally right when it happened, and I said that the owner, Mt. Gox, was threatened, he was compromised, and that's what motivated all the things that transpired with Mt. Gox. That ended up to be 100% correct months later, and that's the same thing that's going on right now. Do you notice how Bitcoin is skyrocketing, and then all of a sudden we have this catastrophe with their number one competitor, Ethereum? Do you notice that? Bitcoin has been through instances like this, and Bitcoin has fixed the glitches and the bugs in their system. That's why it's not happening to Bitcoin. Okay, that's what's happening. Item number two, there's a lot of chatter on the internet about this Illuminati surrender thing. I think Neil Keenan was talking about it, Karen Hoods was talking about it, who I said to you guys is MK Ultra, she's mind controlled, don't believe her. And it's funny because the guy that usually interviews me on the radio, he has interviewed Karen Hoods, and he saw what I posted about the MK Ultra indicators, and he actually sent me an email and he said, that explains everything. Now I understand why she acts so weird. Yeah, that's quote, end quote, exactly from him. No, this is not what I'm hearing. Actually, I'm hearing exactly the opposite. I'm hearing that a lot of these Illuminati families or groups of people are going to their bug out locations. And how it is presented is they're going to their vacation home for an extended stay. They're going to the lakeside for a period of time more than just a weekend. That's how it's explained. Now, when you hear this from a number of different people, okay, all at pretty much the same time, you know that it's bug out. That's the word. Instead of saying, oh, well, we're bugging out, because you don't talk like that. You use other terms to explain what you're doing. So that's what I'm hearing that they're doing. And remember, I was the original person back in 2012 that released a video Illuminati fold their hand. And that was the cresting of the wave when they started to fold. For example, that was right before all of the banker resignations. Remember that we had like 1,100 banker resignations out of nowhere, okay? That happened literally right after I released that video. Right after I released that video, remember the trunk loads of bonds that showed up? Just arbitrarily, they just showed up. Someone just found pictures of them, and some people just came into possession of these things out of nowhere. And I said, no, the bonds are real. And they were ancient, like United States Treasury bonds from like years and years ago. And I said, no, they're real. This is part of the surrendering of these certain individuals. Also, Jim Willey came out, and right after I released that video, which is at the end of January, he came out in March and said the Chinese are receiving 1,000 tons of gold from London banks via Switzerland, recasting them from 400-ounce bars into kilo bars, and these are being given, processed, and shipped to China. That was part of the surrender package for certain individuals, okay? So I know a little bit about what's going on, and I am not hearing anything about no Illuminati surrender. I'm hearing that there's the last remaining factions of the neocon Nazis. They're being stubborn, they're being deliberately defiant, and they're not listening to anybody, and they're being a pain in the ass, as usual. So that's what I'm hearing. Also, let's get on this Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump thing. I was talking to some people the other day, and I said, you know what? If Donald Trump originally is a bad guy, okay? He's an Illuminati guy, okay? He's like the ninth cousin of Hillary Clinton. He's He gets bourgeois deals. He gets sweetheart loan packages. You're not allowed to become a billionaire in this country unless you're on the take. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to remain on the take forever. Okay, you can switch sides, and many people have done that. I just haven't heard anything definitive to make me want to believe that he's a good guy now. But this is how we're going to be able to tell. If it gets close enough to the election, and he is close enough to winning, they're going to do something to allow the election not to happen. That's my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. Then we're going to know if he's a good guy, okay? Because if he's really a good guy, they're never going to let him be in charge of this country. They're never going to put him in the White House. Never, ever, 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 ever. So that's sort of what's going on there. I mean, look what they just did with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton gets the nomination from the Democratic Party. She has like 3 or 4 people that show up to each one of her rallies. She has absolutely no followers. I mean, people hate fucking Hillary Clinton. People just despise the ground that she walks on. And she gets the nomination. It's all BS. You guys know that. It's all BS. But I want to see what's going to happen with Trump to see if he's really turncoated. I want to see this. Okay, where we at? Point number 4, I think. Also on the internet, there's a lot of chatter about how the space humans or the ETs, the extraterrestrials, are going to save humanity. They're going to come down, wipe everyone's sins clean, show everyone the way and how to live their life, and fix everything in the system. That is not what I'm hearing. That is not what I'm hearing at all. They are helping, no doubt about it, but they're not going to come down and save everybody. You know, it's, for example, this is how they look at it. If the planet was full of dinosaurs, okay, you wouldn't come down, the space humans wouldn't come down and go start talking to the dinosaurs, would they? No, because they get their face ripped off. That's how they're looking at the average person in humanity. That's how de-evolved they are. That's how disengaged from the truth they are. So they're not going to come down and deal with the every day-to-day layperson that's just flipped out of his mind with cell phone radiation, toxicity in the food, aspartame in the drinks. No, 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 no. They're going to come down and talk to the people that they know are on their level, okay? And then they're going to let those people talk to the dinosaurs. They're going to let those people talk to the Neanderthals. They're going to let those people talk to the de-evolved people. It's a hierarchical scene for the most part. What they are doing, though, is take, for example, Fukushima, okay? They've cleaned up all kinds of nuclear radiation. All the plastic in the oceans. Remember we used to hear about those big, huge flotillas of plastic, little pieces of plastic. They were like the size of Texas in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Remember we used to hear about that all the time? They cleaned all that up. That's all been remedied. It's all been cleaned. So they are assisting with a very long stick. And in fact, it's a very long yardstick. I mean, they're not getting close to the average person. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I said a couple videos ago, you know, they're maggots. And that's just how they are. That's what they are. No matter if the Illuminati are at fault for making them this way, whether they're at fault for making themselves that way, they're not acting like a true human being should act. They're very psychotic, very suicidal, and very impulsive. From what I understand is that space humans they're very aware of the impulsive nature of the average person, and most of the advanced people are not impulsive. They're very calm. They're very steadfast. They're very middle of the road. They're very in control of their faculties. Okay, so that's how it breaks down. I got a couple other things on this list, but I'm going to wait and go through them maybe in a couple of days. It's enough for you guys to chew on for today. I've got some public videos that I've got to do in the next day or so, so there'll be some more intel coming out. I'm going to save these. I might post them on the blogs just to get the info to you guys. I probably will do that. But for today, keep your head on straight and look forward to a brighter world. and be aware of what's going to be coming down. Questions, comments, let me know. Where are we at? 6/17/2016, Friday. Thanks, guys.